How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast. We work together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build a positive mindset. My name is Henry, and in this episode, we're going to talk about how to build your positive energy. We're actually going to break down the steps to shift your energy from a negative, low frequency to feel the inner peace and positivity in your life, no matter what is going on, no matter what obstacle, no matter what struggle. In this episode, we're going to break it down on how you can find the light and bring it within you. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So you can pick a word. It could be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in, and as you're breathing in, you're going to say that word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy, and then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency, and then once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you, and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. All right, well, we're going to do another deep breath. This one is about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear today to get us in that positive perspective. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And then once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you, and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. So I'm recording this on Thanksgiving, and I think that's why this message is so strong with me right now, because Thanksgiving is generally considered a time to give thanks, which giving thanks is very similar to gratitude. It basically is the same thing. And there's a lot of power in gratitude, and I think sometimes we don't realize how the act of gratitude, like that method, the process, is how we change our perspective. And so that's why I wanted to dive into it for this episode. So you may have just had Thanksgiving dinner, spent time with family, and maybe it was really good. Sometimes it's not. But one thing that people tend to do before they eat is say the things that they're thankful for. And this is just a piece of gratitude, but this is a small piece to change your energy. You see, what gratitude does is it actually changes your perspective. And having a high perspective is what a positive mindset is. If you have inner peace within you, nothing else externally matters. And if you have internal peace, then you're going to be in the love frequency. You are going to be in joy. You're going to be in forgiveness. You're going to be in that power that just allows you to be the most unapologetically healed version of you. So when you use gratitude, what you're doing is you're moving your mind, you're changing your perspective to see something that's uplifting, that is love frequency, that is healed frequency, and then you're bringing it within you, in a sense, celebrating it and making it a part of your energy. And the more you practice it, the better you'll get at it, and the easier it will be to pull that energy within you. You see, when things start going wrong, that is when we need to use gratitude, not to change the situation, but to change our perspective on the situation. So an example would be, imagine if you got hurt. You broke your leg and it was really difficult. Maybe you're an athlete, or maybe you're just a regular person and you broke your leg. That is a very difficult and tough thing. In fact, it's very hard to find gratitude during that time. But you see, there's so many things that happen when you break your leg that you wouldn't experience if you hadn't. Like learning about the body. When you break your leg and you have to get it set and they put it in a cast, you have the opportunity to learn how your body heals. You get to speak with medical staff that you wouldn't have normally got to speak. You get to slow down and study with your mind, slow down and spend time with different people because of this energy. And so being thankful for the things that you didn't have are beneficial. If you are struggling with your mindset, if you are struggling with your situation and you're going through so much difficulty, think about the version of you that you will become once you solve it. So this is looking into the future for something to be thankful for. You see, everything that happens is a gift. And it may not feel like a gift for you, but if you're able to learn from it, grow from it, heal from it, and then give yourself, your energy to somebody else, when they receive it, it's a gift for them. So if it's a gift for them, it has to be a gift for you. We just have to shift our perspective and think, this experience is happening for me to evolve, to learn, to grow, so that I can give something of value, of love frequency to somebody else so that they can heal and have separate perspective. That is why everything is happening for you. So when you think about gratitude, when you think about Thanksgiving, this should be your mindset at all times. Everywhere you go, every situation that you go through, you should be thinking about, where is the silver lining? Where is the benefit from this? And maybe you have to step even further back and think, where is the benefit that somebody else will receive because of me going through this? Think about the person that has a tough childhood. They have a tough life, but they make it through. They learn to be tough. They learn to be resilient, and they earn this grit, and then they get this job, they start making money, and they elevate themselves in life. And then they have kids. They're able to then give the kids what they didn't have. So they're able to break a generational change of what needed to change and then give to their kids something that they didn't have. So that would mean the experience that they had growing up was a gift, because you were able to give the love and the compassion that you were missing to somebody else. And it doesn't have to be for kids. It could be for anybody. It could be the tough life that you go through, and then you meet somebody and you're able to give them the healing and the forgiveness. Or maybe it's your grandkids receive it. Who receives it and how close they are to you doesn't matter. Your ability to expand your perspective is what does matter. And that's why I challenge you to practice the art of gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most important ways that we raise our frequency. It's gratitude in action, because all gratitude is an elevated perspective. The more you practice finding good in situations that are hard, in situations that are hurtful, the better you will become at seeing them at all times. And what you see in the external world is a reflection of what you are internally. And it may be hard at first. It may feel fake at first. It may not feel genuine at first. But the more you continue to force yourself to find the good, and the good is not something that benefits you, the good is something that gives somebody an opportunity to raise their frequency. And that's what this whole experience is about. This life, this experience that we're having, is not about achieving something physical. It's not about becoming the richest CEO. It's not about becoming the most healthy, fittest person on the planet, the most wealthiest, the smartest. All of those things will be forgotten. There is somebody that already lived a life and they accomplished and made so much money, and nobody remembers them. They were in the greatest shape. They were the best looking person. Nobody remembers them. They were the nicest, most friendly person. They did all these things. Nobody remembers them. But what continues is the energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. We know that. It can't be created. It cannot be destroyed. Whether our energy is ours specifically, or we're just using a piece of it, we're just part of the ride of a piece of it, and then when our time on this earth ends, it goes back to the greater whole. Whatever it is, all we have to do is raise it. Give it that positive perspective. Not only will that give you inner peace in this life, but you will be giving something to other people that you desire so much. If you are hurting and you're in pain, you're hoping that somebody could give you that healing energy. In the world, this whole experience is giving it to you, but not in the way we really think. It's putting us in a position where there's none, and then it's allowing us to create it. We are creators. That is what we are. Gratitude allows us to find what we actually need to be creating. We don't need to create more pain. We don't need to create more hurt. And if you're focusing on the pain, the hurt, the suffering in life, that is what will create more. Even if it's just an internal pain that we're creating for ourselves. That doesn't mean we ignore the things. It just means when we look at them, we change our perspective or uplift our perspective to a point to where we can see the positive into it. That's when we can go in and heal in those situations. That's why we can go in and uplift in those situations and be the change that we need to see. So take some appreciation for Thanksgiving. Know that it's just a small piece of when people practice gratitude. But if everybody treated every single day like Thanksgiving, where we're truly saying the things we're thankful for, truly showing love for the things we're thankful for, the world would be such a different place. So let's make it our purpose to practice gratitude every single day, to find the silver lining so we can uplift our energy and be the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and found you on a wonderful day. I know sometimes when we have those family gatherings, they can be some of the most stressful times. So hopefully this gave you a little bit of perspective that can help you have that inner peace. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link in the description. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. And of course, Instagram is the best place for direct messages. So thank you to everyone that has reached out and let me know how the podcast has impacted them. That means the absolute world to me. And if you want to support the podcast, the Patreon is live. You do get commercial-free versions of the podcast. Plus, there's some meditations, and then there's going to be a lot of really cool content coming to that as well. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.